I will try, dear Mabel. But why does he sit night after night in this draughty old ruin?
Why do I sit here? To escape from the pirate's clutches. I describe myself as an orphan. And heaven help me, I am no orphan. I come here to humble myself before the tombs of my ancestors, and to implore their pardon for having brought dishonour on the family escutcheon.
But you forget, sir, you only bought the property a year ago, and the stucco in your baronial hall is scarcely dry.
Frederick, in this chapel are ancestors. You cannot deny that. With the estate, I bought the chapel and its contents. I don't know whose ancestors they were, but I know whose ancestors they are. And I shudder to think that their descendant by purchase, if I may so describe myself, should have brought disgrace upon what I had no doubt was an unstained escutcheon.
Be comforted. Had you not acted as you did, these reckless men would most assuredly have called in the nearest clergyman and married your large family on the spot.
I thank you for your profit, solace, but it is unavailing. I assure you, Frederick, such is the anguish and remorse I feel at the abominable falsehood by which I escaped those easily deluded pirates, that I would go to their simple-minded chief this very night and confess all. Did I not fear that the consequences would be most disastrous to myself? At what time does your expedition march against these scoundrels?
At 11. And before midnight I hope to have atoned for my involuntary association with the pestilent scourges, by wiping them from the face of the earth. And then, dear Mabel, you will be mine.
Modified rapture. And are your devoted followers in heaven?
They are. They only wait my orders.
Then, Frederick, let your escort lie on Hartwig, be summoned to receive a general's blessing, ere they depart upon their dread adventure.
Dear sir, they come.
Steer. Tarantara, tarantara, the uncomfortable fear. Tarantara, and we find the wisest thing. Tarantara, tarantara, it's to slap our chests and sing. Tarantara, oh, it threatened with the mute. Tarantara, tarantara, and your heart is in your boots. Tarantara, there is nothing brings it round like the trumpet's martial sound, like the trumpet's martial sound. To us it's evident. Tarantara, tarantara, these attentions are well meant. Tarantara, such expressions don't appear. Tarantara, tarantara, calculated men to cheer. Tarantara, who are going to meet their fate in a highly nervous state. Tarantara, 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 still to us it's evident. These attentions are well meant. Tarantara, tarantara, tarantara.
Go and do your best endeavor, and follow as we sever. We shall save them again forever. Go to glory and the king. Go to glory and the king. All your rules are fixed and proofs, false and festival, and truth is young and tender, old and true is old, and big and mercy great.
We observe to greater stress on the risks that on us press, and of reference a lack to our chance of coming back. Still, perhaps it would be wise not to carp or criticize, for it's very evident these attentions are well meant.
Yes, it's very evident these attentions are well meant. Evident, yes, well meant. Evident, ah, yes, well meant. When the foreman has a skill, tarantara, tarantara. Find a wisest thing, tarantara, tarantara, is to slap our chests and sing tarantara. Go to the tarantara, tarantara, and your heart is in your boots, tarantara. There is nothing brings it round like the trumpet's martial sound, like the trumpet's martial sound. Tarantara,
away.
Yes, yes, we go.
These pirates slay.
Ta-da-ta-da.
They do not stay.
Ta-da-ta-da.
Then why this delay?
All right, we go. Yes, forward up the go. Yes, forward up the go.
Yes, but you don't go.
We go, we go. Yes, forward up the go. Yes, forward up the go.
Yes, but you don't go.
We go, we go. We go, we go. We go, we go, we go, we go.
Now for the pirate's lair. Oh, joy unbounded. Oh, sweet relief. Oh, rapture unexampled. At last I may atone in some slight measure for the repeated acts of theft and pillage, which at a sense of duty's stern dictation I, circumstances victim, have been guilty.
Young Frederick,
Who
your
calls
late commander,
And I, your little Ruth,
oh mad intruders, how dare ye face me? Know ye not, O rash ones, that I have doomed you to extermination?
have mercy on us. Hear us say you slaughter.
I do not think I ought to listen to you, yet mercy should alloy our stern resentment, and so I will be merciful. Say on.
when you had left our pirate fold, we tried to raise our spirits faint, according to our custom, the quip and quibble quaint. But all in vain the quips we heard. We lay and sobbed upon the rocks, until somebody occurred a startling paradox.
A paradox.
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. The quips and quibbles are in flocks, bound to read this paradox. A
Paradox, a paradox, a most ingenious paradox. A paradox.
We knew your taste for curious quips, for cranks and contradictions quip, and so with laughter on our lips, we wished you there to hear. We knew it, we could tell it him, how Frederick would the joke enjoy, and so we risked both life and limb to tell it to our boy.
That paradox.
A most ingenious paradox. We quips and quibbles heard in flocks, but none to read that paradox.
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. A paradox.
For some ridiculous reason, to which, however, I've no desire to be disloyal, some person in authority, I don't know who, very likely the Astronomer Royal, has decreed for such a beastly month as February, 28 days as a rule are plenty, yet 1 year in every 4 his days shall be counted as 9 and 20. And by some curious coincidence, I shouldn't be surprised if it were owing to the agency of an ill-natured fairy. You are the victim of this clumsy arrangement, having been born on the 29th of February. And so by a simple arithmetical process, you'll easily discover that though you've lived 21 years yet, if we go by birthdays, you're only 5 and a little bit old.
Did me, let's see. Yes, yes, with yours my figures do agree. How quaint the ways of paradox, at common sense she gaily mocks. Though counting in the usual way is 21 I've been alive, yet reckoning by my natal day, yet reckoning by my natal day. 1, 2, 3, 4. I am a little boy of 5.
He's a little boy of 5.
A paradox, a most ingenious paradox. A paradox, a curious paradox. A most ingenious Upon my word, this is most curious, most absurdly whimsical. 5 1/4. No one would think it to look at me.
And you're glad now, I'll be bound, that you spared us. You never would have forgiven yourself when you found out that you had killed 2 of your comrades.
My comrades?
I'm afraid you don't appreciate the delicacy of your position. You are still apprenticed to us.
Until I reach my 21st year.
No! Until you reached your 21st birthday. My birthdays, you're only 5 1/4.
You don't mean to say you're going to hold me to that?
No, we simply remind you of the fact and leave the rest to your sense of duty.
Your sense of duty.
No, don't put it on that footing. As I was merciful to you just now, be merciful to me. I implore you not to insist on the letter of your bond, just as the cup of happiness is at my lips.
We insist on nothing. We content ourselves with pointing out to you your duty.
Your duty.
Well, you have appealed to my sense of duty, and my duty is only too clear. I abhor your infamous calling. I shudder at the thought that I have ever been mixed up with it. Yet duty is before all. At any price, I will do my duty.
Bravely spoken. Come. You are one of us once more.
Lead on. I follow. Oh, horror!
What is the matter?
Ought I to tell you? No, I cannot do it. And yet, as one of your band...
Come. I charge you by that sense of conscientiousness to which I have never yet appealed in vain.
General Stanley, the father of my Mabel.
Yes, yes.
He escaped from you on the plea that he was an orphan.
He did?
It breaks my heart to betray the honoured father of the girl I adore. But as your apprentice, I have no alternative. It is my duty to tell you that General Stanley is no orphan.
What?
More than that, he never was one.
You mean to say this contemptible life he practiced on our credulous simplicity? Our revenge will be swift and terrible. We will march on Castle Tremorden this very night.
But stay!
Not a word! He is doomed.
Away, away, my heart's on fire. I burn space deception to repay. This very night, my vengeance star shall launch itself in gore. Away, away.
Away, ere I expire, I find my duty hard to do today. My heart is filled with anguish dark. It strikes me to the core. Away.
False without and tricked us from our brides. The vengeance how the pirate so decides. How in nature's stern he softened with his lies, and in return tonight the traitor dies.
Yes,
Tonight the traitor dies. Yes, tonight the traitor dies. Tonight he dies.
Yes, for tomorrow.
His girls likewise.
No matter in sorrow.
On some spot.
In ages we cherish.
And oh God!
To abuse shall perish.
Tonight he dies, it's early tomorrow. His girls likewise, they will melt in sorrow. Though once the spot in their nature they cherish, and all up to abuse shall perish. Away. Tonight the traitor dies. Away, tonight. just been made. Mabel, my dearly loved one, I bound myself to serve the pirate captain until I reached my 120th birthday.
But you are 21.
I've just discovered that I was born in leap year, and that birthday will not be reached by me till 1940.
Horrible, catastrophe appalling.
And so farewell. Quit these walls, the thought my soul appalls, but when stern duty calls,